MindsEye just dropped another cinematic trailer and gamers are losing their minds. It looks like GTA 5 mixed with Cyberpunk, and that gameplay trailer, yeah, it's got us all wondering, is this actually real? But hey, we've seen flashy trailers before, and not all of them lived up to the hype. So in this video, I'm diving deep into what MindsEye promises. What could go right? What could completely fall apart? And most importantly, is this game a buy or a bye-bye? Alright, let's start with game introduction, gameplay, engine and story. Then we will move to what MindsEye is promising to us. MindsEye is upcoming action-adventure game which is being developed by builder Rocket Boy, a studio led by Leslie Benzies, one of the masterminds behind Grand Theft Auto, and the game runs on their in-house Everywhere engine. From what I have seen so far, MindsEye looks like it's aiming to be a cinematic, story-driven experience with high-speed car chases, gunfights, futuristic tech, and over-the-top set pieces. You know, basically GTA meets Cyberpunk, but with a clean, glossy sci-fi edge. But let me be clear, it's not open world, but rather it is more of a faux open world setup. What's faux open world, you might ask? It's like when game provides you in large, detailed areas that feel open, but the game still controls where you go and what you do next. You have freedom in how you approach things, but it's all tightly guided by the story and mission structure, kinda like Uncharted 4 or GTA 5's story mode. Visually, it is looking gorgeous. The lighting, the character models, and the cityscapes have that next-gen polish. But hey, we've all been tricked by pretty trailers before. We are looking at you, Watch Dogs. Story-wise, it seems to revolve around a world full of tech giants, surveillance, and rebellion. Our main character appears to be fighting against a dystopian system. You know, classic tech is evil vibes. Yeah, that we've heard before, but if done right, it might still work. So yeah, it all sounds impressive on paper, but hype is one thing, delivery is another. Now, let's talk about what MindsEye is really promising and whether it can actually pull it off. And once we break that down, we'll also take a look at whether the whole concept feels fresh or just another copy-paste job. Okay, so from everything we've seen, trailers and interviews, MindsEye clearly wants to deliver a rich cinematic experience like a full-blown action movie with explosions, dramatic voiceovers, and slow-motion gunfights. It's got that sit back and buckle up energy, trying to sell this idea that you're not just playing a game, you're inside a movie. And honestly, this part does look exciting. It feels sharp, polished, and very Hollywood meets Cyberpunk style. And to deliver all that, they built their own custom game engine called the Everywhere engine. With this, they're basically saying, we didn't want Unreal, so we made our own thing. It's a bold move, but also very risky because using a custom engine can either make a game feel unique or fall apart when pushed too hard. So I'm cautiously curious to see what's coming. Now, what really caught my attention isn't just the flashy visuals, it's the way they're talking about the story. They're talking emotional choices, real consequences, and characters you'll actually care about. It's giving off same Detroit Become Human or The Last of Us vibes, but with GTA-style chaos sprinkled on top. They're also promising tight gameplay with good gunplay and fast driving, both wrapped into this semi-open world that still feels reactive and alive, even if it's not truly free roam. So on paper, MindsEye is aiming really high with big promises like gripping story, explosive action, and emotional weight all packed in together. But that's also what makes me nervous. Because big promises are easy to make, whereas delivering them, that's where most games stumble. So here's what I'm wondering now. Is MindsEye actually doing something fresh? Or are we just seeing another remix of stuff we've already played? Let's look at, is the concept unique or a rehash? Then we will see what this game be if successfully delivers its promises. Okay, let's be real here. MindsEye looks cool and all, but is it doing anything new? Or are we just getting remixes from other greatest hits? From what I've seen so far, it definitely wears its influences on its sleeve. It's giving off Cyberpunk 2077 vibes with all the futuristic tech and dystopian themes. The cinematic car chases and explosions scream GTA 5 and Uncharted 4. And the fight the system storyline? We've seen it in Watch Dogs, Deus Ex, and a dozen other sci-fi titles. But here's the twist. While the ingredients aren't new, it's the recipe that might make it stand out. Let me explain it clearly. Most games pick a lane, either full open-world chaos or tightly controlled narrative. MindsEye is trying to walk a strange line between the two. It aims a massive and reactive experience without actually being open world, like a blockbuster movie you can play. but with just enough freedom to make you feel in control. That faux open-world design could actually be refreshing. Open-world games lately have become bloated checklists. Here's a map, now go do 500 repetitive side missions. MindsEye might dodge that trap by staying focused and cinematic. That's not lazy, that's smart, if it's well executed. But still, it's not like MindsEye is blowing our minds with originality. It's more like a carefully curated mashup of things we already love. Stylish, fast-paced, and dramatic. So no, it's not reinventing the wheel, but if it rolls smoother than the others, that's good enough. Let's see what MindsEye could be if it delivers all the promises. All right, the gameplay feels tight, the story hits like a truck, the graphics melt our eyeballs, and those cinematic missions, they make us feel like we're starring in a Christopher Nolan movie. If all of that clicks, we might be looking at a real game changer here. Now imagine this, the emotional depth of Detroit, Become Human, the pacing and polish of Uncharted, and the chaotic freedom of GTA, all wrapped in one glossy, futuristic package. And let's not forget, this is coming from Leslie Benzies, the guy who helped bring GTA 5 to life. That game is still breaking sales records a decade later. So yeah, the pedigree is legit. In a best-case scenario, MindsEye could become a turning point, proving that big cinematic games don't need to be bloated. They can be focused, premium, and still deliver blockbuster moments without wasting our time. It could push the genre forward, not just for action games, but for how we think about narrative-driven titles in general. If MindsEye finds that sweet spot, it won't just be good. It could be one of the most talked about action games of the decade. We're talking goatee buzz, streamers going wild, YouTube breakdowns dropping daily, and your group chat blowing up with MindsEye memes and glitch compilations. But of course, that's if everything goes right. And let's be honest, in this industry, that's a massive if. We've seen what happens when ambition outpaces execution. Cyberpunk 2077 was supposed to change everything, and instead it became a warning sign. But now, let's flip the coin. What if it fails to deliver? We've all seen this before. Stunning trailers, bold promises, and then launch day hits, and it's a mess. If MindsEye slips up, it could land in those top 10 gaming flops videos right next to Redfall and Anthem. And with no past titles, no proven engine, and no second chances, the stakes are sky high. But let's not pretend that's the whole story, because what if they pull it off? What if this new studio actually delivers the cinematic, emotional, high-octane experience they're promising? That would be huge, not just for them, but for the entire genre. MindsEye could be the spark that brings back single-player action games with purpose and punch. It's risky, sure, but sometimes the biggest risks lead to the most unforgettable games. So, does it mean you should throw your wallet and pre-purchase? Honestly, no, not yet. Look, the game looks amazing in trailers. It's stylish, cinematic, and ambitious. It wants to be your next gaming obsession. But ambition alone doesn't guarantee results. We've seen way too many games promise us the moon and deliver a soggy potato. The truth is, MindsEye is still a gamble. It's a brand new studio, a brand new engine, and a brand new IP. There's no track record, no beta access, no hands-on impressions, just some flashy marketing and a lot of big promises. Now, if it delivers, heck yeah, it could be a masterpiece. And if you're the kind of person who loves taking that risk, go for it. But if you're like most of us, who've been burned a few too many times, the smart move is to wait. Let the early reviews come in. Give the devs time to squash those inevitable day one bugs. Let real players, not just paid influencers, tell you how the game actually plays. In fact, here's my personal rule, and I swear by this, never pre-purchase. Wait at least 1 month. That first month tells you everything. If MindsEye still looks like a blast after the dust settles, then jump in. And who knows, maybe by then there'll be a sale too. And if you're still here, you either liked the video or you're trapped in autoplay. Either way, like, subscribe, and I'll pretend I didn't beg.